Hey, what's up YouTube? Josh is back. Welcome to JDM Right Hand Drive. Today we're going to be working on the GTR out in the garage again. Sylvia's still sitting there waiting for me to get finished up out here, but what we're going to be working on today is removing the inexpensive fiberglass exhaust heat wrap that I put on like 4 years ago. And we're going to be upgrading to this DEI titanium exhaust wrap. And you can see I just have one 50-foot roll. There's all the different sizes of how many rolls you need for whatever project you're working on. So this stuff's supposed to be really good. It's actually made of crushed lava rock. Let's just quickly open it up and take a quick look at it. So my fiberglass one is starting to fray and basically like starting to fall off. I wanted to install this DEI one and see how much nicer it looks. I've got a whole pack of stainless steel zip ties because it didn't come with any in the packaging. And in this video today, what we're going to do, we're going to fully install this. I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to install the downpipe onto the car. And then I'm going to actually start up the engine, let it heat up to full temp. And I'll use my infrared temperature thermometer. And I'm going to put it on the heat wrap, and we're going to test how much cooler the outside of the piping is, even while revving too, so you got a lot of heat going through there.
I don't have friends, I got family.
I've got the fiberglass wrap removed from this is actually a Blitz downpipe. It's got the nice flex pipe here, and you can see that there's actually quite a bit of rust on this thing. This is full stainless steel, and it's about 4 years old. But this thing's gonna rust apart probably after another, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. So it might be time for me to actually think about buying a titanium one just to have one. But the advantage of this DEI lava rock based heat wrap, unlike fiberglass where it has to be soaked in water to get the flexibility to easily wrap it onto the piping, this is so pliable and flexible that you don't have to do that. So it's very easy to maneuver and manipulate. And let's go ahead and start wrapping it on. And I decided to wipe this down, and it actually doesn't look like rust. It just looks like discoloring from it getting really hot. So it looks like it's holding up better than I originally had thought. Alright guys, let's go ahead and start. And I'm going to start with wrapping up around this area. And then I'm going to start back at the bottom, wrap, cover this center section, keep it flowing, and wrap all the way up to the top pipe. What you guys are going to want to do to get started is you're going to fold this end. So to get started, what you do is you fold the end at a 45, and that's to keep the wrap from unraveling. So we're going to get a good wrap on itself, get it nice and tight. And then we'll start wrapping it, and you're going to want to overlap about 1/4 of an inch. And compared to when I put the fiberglass wrap on, man, this stuff is really easy to work with. It's very pliable, easy to maneuver. When you get to the end, you fold both corners in, get a 45 on each side, and fold them under each other. That way you get a really good seal. You don't want any unraveling. And then put your zip tie. And then you can fold it back in on itself and tuck it in so you don't get any sharp edges. I realized you can, kind of pre-lay everything out and then cut it to length. I didn't want to deal with anything being short, so I just chose to spend more time raveling and winding everything around as I work my way up the pipe. This is looking really nice. Use a little bit more around the corners so you can see where it kind of gets a little tighter on the inside seam versus the outside to give you the coverage you need. Got a zip tie on the end. let's start here and work our way the rest of the way up. All right, let's keep working. Done. It turned out really beautiful. Looks good. I really like the transition, how I kind of wrapped everything up and kind of went back and forth on itself. And I think it's going to do a really good job keeping everything heat insulated. And I did double zip ties at each end point just to make sure if one was to break that it doesn't unravel. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. This is my first time using this type of heat wrap, and it went on way easier than the fiberglass. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the car. I've got plenty of videos on installing the downpipe to my GTR, so if you guys would like to see that, I'll put a link in the description of the video on the upper right. There'll be a little tab. And next thing we'll do is we'll get it started and get some temps. Guys, it's a couple days later and I've got the GTR warming up. Had a new Japanese poster show up from Amazon, which I thought was kind of cool. I'm going to set that up in my office. But the reason I needed to wait a couple of days is I ordered a IR thermometer and I was waiting for that to show up before we could finish out the video and check how efficient the DEI heat wrap is. So I ordered this from Amazon. It was like 25 bucks. Came with the battery in the box. And this is at Edix City. And this thing can check temperatures. Temperature range anywhere from negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit to positive 122 degrees Fahrenheit. And its accuracy is plus or minus 2 degrees. So it should give us a pretty accurate rating. And I'm just playing around with it in the garage. You can see the temperature's a lot lower in the 70s. We go out to the driveway where it's in the sun and the temperature is like 120, 130 degrees. So that's kind of cool. But my engine is up to temp now. Let's go ahead and rev it a little bit. So we're underneath the car here, and I just wanted to turn up my temp here to see what we're sitting at. And after revving the exhaust, that's showing 230 degrees on the outside temp. It's a lot cooler back here in the cat. I don't know of a good way to really accurately measure. The top of the downpipe is showing 274 degrees right on the bare metal, and so we're definitely cutting the temperature down quite a bit. And then as far as my overlap, this is the front of the car that way, this is the back of the car. The wind's going to be traveling this way, and so what I did is wrapped from the bottom of the exhaust up. That way the overlap is going this way. That way the wind can't blow underneath it. It's just going to blow over the top and blow right by. So make sure you guys wrap it that same way. And this, I'm very happy with it. It looks so much nicer than the old fiberglass wrap that I had on there. It looks good. It was way easier to work with. It was a lot easier to work with. I didn't have any like slivers in my hands, even with gloves and stuff. No gloves on or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. But keep in mind, with the temps that I am observing under the car doesn't have any active air blowing on it to cool the outside of that wrap off. But you guys can see that there's still a difference in insulation. They claim up to like 50% cooler on the surface. And that'll help preserve the underbody of the car. It's going to keep the heat away from all this, this stuff here. So it's going to keep my paint from going bad and corroding and keeping my car from rusting and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I have a link in the description down below for this infrared sensor if you guys want to get one of those, as well as the DEI heat wrap. I get a affiliate commission, so if you guys want to help support the channel, if you're looking to get in the wrap, order it from my link. It really helps out. I appreciate it. As far as a little bit of an update with the Sylvia, I just took this up to the glass shop today, and I had them reseal. They pulled the window off and recaulked it with all new sealant because it was broken away from the car. The window the seal had gone bad, like the rubber part on the inside. And so anytime I'd wash the car, if it rained, water was leaking inside. Beyond that, only thing I'm waiting on now, now that I've got that done, is I'm going to pull the intercooler piping off, take that in, get that sandblasted and powder coated, and then I'll put the front bumper on and fix up a little bit more things, and the Sylvia is pretty much done. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you thought of the exhaust heat wrap down below, if you guys have used this DEI stuff, or what you guys think of the color or anything like that. I see pretty much most of the big tuners, when they do heat wrap, they all use DEI, so obviously it's good stuff. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you guys made it this far, consider subscribing to the channel, join the JDM Right Hand Drive family. I would definitely like to have you guys on board, and give the video a thumbs up if you got anything out of it. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.